What's up? Artisan Cutlery in the big fancy white box. What we got here? This is a Rebel S90V gun coating titanium handle. All right. I mean, that sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Sounds like a dream come true. S90V. Yeah. Wow. Thin. It's the first thing that pops in my head. Thin. All right, let's get the blade out. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's the kind of blade shape that old school. I dig it. Thumb flick. Oh, Spidey flick. Be still my heart. I think maybe a thumb flipper, but let's do thumb flick. Yeah, wow. Wow. Oh, yeah. Bonus check boxes. Whew. Come on, man. I mean, it's running really well. Let's try that front flipper, see if that actually functions. I don't know. I mean, I can get it, but I'm not going to recommend it. Yeah, nice jimping. Very cool. I see a few snail trails here and here. It's got a few marks on it. Yeah. This must be a used knife. My guess is that's the way it's listed over at Timber's Edge, as a used knife. It's got a few marks on it. I don't think it's ever been carried, but it does have some scarring on it for sure. Well, let's get in it. And that may not be a captured pivot. Let's see. And I was correct. It is not. And it's probably going to come out this side. The screw is. So I'm going to go ahead and flip-flop over. Ooh, there's a fair piece of Loctite in there. And yeah, here comes the screw. And yeah, it's completely covered in Loctite. Which is fine. It's not a big deal. We got T8s the rest of the way. Got another fair amount of Loctite on that. And on this one. That's a big long one. Went all the way through. Now all that Loctite may make it difficult to separate things here. There we go. I mean, it's kind of grungy in here. But we are going to put it back together the other way. We're going to go in the other way. So if I can get this pin off, I'd like to. Well, I can't. So that's all right. I don't mind dealing with the random pin. I mean, yeah, it's got some kind of crud going on here. Must be, I bet you it's Loctite. Yep. And I don't know that I've discussed it a lot here on the channel, but you know, when I'm dealing with that stuff, sometimes the way to manage that is with acetone. Acetone is pretty good at taking off like fingernail polish, and you know, it does a pretty good job on this goofy stuff as well. What I'm using right now is ethanol. It's actually like 60% ethanol that comes in disinfectant sprays. It dries without a film. It cleans well because of the ethanol, and it dries pretty quickly, and it works pretty good as a solvent. Like it'll dissolve oils and greases for sure. Now that Loctite, like I say, acetone, hot water, sometimes you got to resort. Yeah, this thing's got a couple of little marks in it, for sure it does. Well, I guess that means somebody can get a pretty good deal on a pretty amazing knife, because if they're selling it as used, I'm sure the price will reflect that. And I don't mind a used knife as long as it's like not beat up, you know. And of course, if it's saving me some money, right? But it depends. There's some knives that I just gotta have the original, and I want it new. I don't want to, you know what I mean? But a lot of them, hey, I just want a nice piece that represents well, especially a knife like this. This could be a carrier for sure. This could go in a pocket. There's that pin for that one. There's my stop pin here. I think I'm going to pull this and put it in from the other side. One less thing I got to line up. All right, well, I thought I was, but I'm not going to, because it doesn't want to cooperate. That's fine. I'm okay. Think you're going to make it rough on me? Well, you got another thing coming. Big, thick stop pin. Ooh, I think I better put a little lube on that before I... And let's put a little bit where that detent ball runs. There we go. Doesn't take much where that detent ball runs. That's really just the tiniest little dab of oil needs to go in there. All right, well, all this got to come together back here. Like so. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to snatch onto that. But I could put this little dude in. Somebody asked me why I don't clean these threads off. Well, because that Loctite that's on that thread, I mean, it's going to help lock that down. I don't have to put more Loctite on it, because what's still there is going to help lock that down. And it should suffice, especially when it's loaded up like that. I want to be careful with this now until I can get some tension on it. Be wiggling that blade around in there. I think we're home. Ooh, nice tension on the pocket clip. I didn't check that before. I think I'm too tight. I mean, the action runs really well. I do think I'm too tight though. I'm gonna back that off just a little bit. It feels tight. I mean, it's running really well, but yeah, it was just a hair snug. Let's try that. Yeah, it's drop shut now, centered. Let's make sure there's no play. Yeah. Let's check the lock while we're thinking about it. Yeah, good to go. Wow, very nice. Well, let's talk about this action. I mean, thumb flick, drop shut, spidey flick, drop shut. Access to the lock bar. This is lowered on this side, scalloped and raised up just a little bit on the frame lock. So very easy to reach in and unlock that. Not a lot of tension. The detent is high, so like right there, I'm free of it. Yeah, very nice. Got a nice little ring to it. Locked up solid. I mean, I'm having a hard time not just giving it a solid A. It's that good. I ain't lying. Yeah, it's good. The spidey flick. Now, if you got to have other than a thumb flick or a spidey flick, it's probably not going to be for you. But that don't bother me a bit. Whack. Man, that rings. Oh, it's so nice. I mean, I'm going to give it an A, maybe start to lean towards an A minus, and I don't know why. Like, I can't think of any reason to do that. It's just good. Ergonomics. Yeah, very comfortable. And even though it doesn't have like a full finger guard here, it's crazy. I am super locked in here. I think it's the thickness of the knife, the jimping here on the spine. I mean, not so confident, very confident. I'm going to run it up to a confident grip because I feel really good here. The reverse grip, that's crazy confident. And bonus ticks because 100% I'm here. Very comfortable, intuitive, and man, I'd much rather be whoop there than there. Yeah, this here, in tight, come on, man. Wow. Man, is that nice. Let's check that pocket clip. And that pocket clip had a ton of tension on it. Let's see how sharp that blade is. Yeah. Does that constitute using it to cut? When I cut that thread on them shorts? I don't know. Thick stuff. Oh yeah. And it ran all the way home too. What a good look. Yeah, I dig it. Nice little sheen on the pocket clip. Yeah, wonderful tension. Like that's a F5 drier clip. I mean, you put that in your pocket, that's going to be there when you go looking for it. It's really held in there nice. What a good look. I mean, looks kind of expensive. Yeah, very cool. I dig it. We already checked the lock. What about safety? I wonder if we can catch a blade anywhere. Nope. And the tip is well recessed, so clip is solid as a rock. Tip's good, and I can handle this knife any way I want, and I'm not going to catch the sharp part. Speaking of that, how are we doing? I mean, I'm gonna give it a high strop because it feels like it's got a booger. So I'm gonna keep the angle high. I'm not gonna get low and get up and ghost up on this coating on here. I want to stay high because I just want to get a burr if there's a burr on there, which I think there is. Yeah, I'm just knocking a burr off if there is one there. I mean, it felt smoother right there. And there, I could feel it. Felt better. Let's see. Prove it, man. Yeah. Yep. Had a little burr. It's all right. Can have a burr. All right. Well, so the big question is, Timber's Edge Knives selling this piece. What are they selling it for? And then what's the normal price on it? Okay, so normal retail on the knife is like 270, and Timber's Edge has it for 50% off. So, I mean, what's that? 180? 185? It's a pretty darn good deal. Pretty solid piece. It does have a couple of boo-boos on it though. And I'm sure their images show this stuff over there, but it's got a little boo-boo there, a little snail trail on the pocket clip. And then I saw something else too. Where did I see that? Yeah, there's a little dimple coming through the coating right there. Hmm. Yeah, so it's got a couple of little surface imperfections. The blade looks pristine, factory edged. Obviously, it's never been carried. There's no marring or anything up here. But for whatever reason, this thing's got a couple of little dings in it. Yeah, this little thing here, and then it's got some little scratching. Odd, like I don't know, somebody might have caught it in their pocket, or man, who knows. And then the pocket clip's got a little bit, if I tumbled that pocket clip, I could get that right out of there and put that back to a satin finish. But they didn't ask me to do none of that, so I'm not gonna. Yep, the Artisan Cutlery Revell. I mean, pretty cool. Appreciate y'all taking a look. Go check it out over there if you're interested.